When one of the main actors comes close to drowning and another passes out during a fight scene, you know the film's stunts are going to be memorable if they're ever going to be completed. That's what happened to American actor Armie Hammer and British star Henry Cavill, two of the lead actors in the 60s spy film remake The Man from U.N.C.L.E. You'll know Cavill as Superman, possibly. He's also been tipped to be the next James Bond. Europe correspondent Melissa Davies caught up with them in London.
Napoleon Solo.
The CIA's most effective agent.
Ilya Kuryakov.
KGB, the youngest man to join it in our best within 3 years.
I want to know, first of all, the fight scene in the bathroom. Were you friends afterwards, or did one of you hurt each other?
I mean, we're going from, a pretty dramatic fight into, what's supposed to be like a chokehold. And I'm not actually choking him, but even still, at one point, Guy came over and goes, "That was great. It looked like you really passed out there." And Henry kind of goes,
like, I think I
kind of did.
When you hear something that sounds like a gunshot, drive.
Did you feel like you had to be true to the characters?
We did want to incorporate certain elements from the original TV show because the fan base for it, they're a little older, but they're still pretty fervent when it comes to their enjoyment of the show and the sort of sense of nostalgia for it. But then at the same time, this movie isn't just made for them. It's made for them to enjoy, but it's also made for a whole new audience who'd never seen the TV show originally. So in a way, it's like taking that original premise and just making it in a completely modern format. Now, you take the original great elements that made the show great and you put it through the Guy Ritchie filter, and you can end up with something that people who grew up with the show will appreciate, and also people who had never seen it don't need the context to enjoy it.
You're a thief. I hope you wear a mask.
Sometimes. Just never when I'm stealing things.
Who's cooler, Superman or Napoleon Solo?
Napoleon Solo is cooler.
Why?
Insofar as if you were to rate someone just by interacting with them, I think Napoleon would be far more enjoyable to interact with.
Right.
But as far as who's cooler about what they can do, Superman's pretty cool.
It'd probably be more fun to have a drink with Napoleon.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to drink. Well, he doesn't get drunk, so it'd be like, ugh.
Yeah.
Armie, Batman, or Ilya?
Ilya. He certainly lacks a lot of the emotional complications that make Batman probably also a bad drinking partner.
Yeah.
And one more, Henry, James Bond, or Christian Grey from 50 Shades of Grey?
Ooh. You wouldn't want to get drunk with Christian Grey.
James
you might
Bond?
wake up in a compromise.
And which would you rather be in, James Bond or 50 Shades?
Ooh, how much long do we have in this? Let me just think about that for a second. Oh, we're out of time? Oh, okay, sorry.